Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Josh Shanley with eXp Realty with your Central PA market update, real estate market update for the Monday, April 6th, 2020. For those of you who might have been with me a couple minutes ago, I was playing with a new setup, didn't realize that we were live. But I want to give everybody a minute here to hop on, and I want to make sure, I'm always paranoid when we live stream, like just a couple of minutes ago, unknowingly, that we're actually live. So if, let me just make sure that it's working properly. And if you can do me a big favor, if you can hear me and see me okay, hit the like button and maybe let me know how your first day of official homeschooling went. Ours was interesting. Let me just make sure that it's working properly. You know what? The audio is not great. So let me make an audio adjustment there. I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, let's try this. Testing. Is this any better? Testing. Let me see. Just make sure here. Seems better. Okay, so again, just jumping on with me, this is Josh Shanley with eXp Realty. We're going to go over the Central PA real estate market update for Monday, April 6, 2020. Just want to share briefly what is happening or what has happened in the last week. New properties, and here's why. I've had a ton of conversations over the last 2 or 3 days on Facebook, people calling and texting, people emailing me, wondering what's going on with the market right now. Are people listing their homes? Are people making offers? How are people transacting business? And certainly, it is significantly different than it was when we went into this whole mess and we've been quarantined and stay in place. But there is still a lot of activity. And so if you're someone that needs to buy or sell for some reason, there are still creative ways that we can make that happen, and there's still lots and lots of opportunity. So let me know again if you can hear me and see me okay, if the audio is okay. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. We've got a few of you on here, which I appreciate. And if you have questions, please put them in the chat. I'll be happy to address them now, or if you're watching this after the fact, which it'll be available once we're wrapped up, just let me know, and I'll be happy to chime back in. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Always get the fun repeating thing there. So right here is our little market watch functionality in the MLS. And this is the residential real estate in Perry, Dauphin, and Cumberland County. Perry, Dauphin, and Cumberland County. This is what has happened in the last 24 hours. But what I want to do is look at the last 7 days. So in the last 7 days, we've got 8 coming soon listings, which is just something that a lot of other real estate agents, myself included, do to kind of create a little bit of buzz prior to the property actually hitting the market. We've had 52 new listings, not as many as we would normally see this time of year in a week's time, but still a pretty significant amount. We've had 35 come back to active. Now, the thing about that is those are deals that are falling, that have fallen off out of contract. Deals that have fallen out of contract. It could have been because of financing issues. It could have been because of inspections, any number of different things. We've had 24 that have had a price decrease that could indicate motivation in some kind. We've had some price increases. A lot of times that's on new construction properties for whatever reason. Well, I'll give you a reason. For example, a lot of times new construction homes, they'll do incentivized pricing. And then at the end of the month, which we had a transition day here, because last Monday was still March, at the end of the month, then they bump the price up a little bit. We have 6 that are active under contract. That means that properties are under contract, but accepting potentially backup offers. Here's the things that the two things that I really want to point out to you, though. We've had 65 properties go pending. So that's 65 new properties, almost 7 per day. I'm sorry, no, almost 10 per day go under contract over the last 7 days. And then we've had 175 that have actually closed. We're getting creative with how we are doing virtual closings and remote closings and things of that nature. So we've had some, 33 that have gone temporarily off market. Those are clients or sellers that have pulled it off the market because of what's going on. Here's what I will tell you, though. We've got some clients that I picked up over the weekend, in fact, and based upon the criteria of what they were looking for, there were a couple of properties that were temporarily off market, one of which I was able to reach out and find out that they would still be interested in selling. So we've got an opportunity potentially for them to put together, a deal where the rest of the market may not even have that opportunity. We've had 17 withdrawal, so they've decided not to sell, and we've had 53 in the last week expire. Now, this number is pretty high because typically there are a lot of expired properties that go, they expire unsold. That happens. You'll see that number be a lot higher at the end of the month. So, wow, we've got a nice crew here watching. So here's my the point in sharing that with you is I've had as I said, I've had a lot of people asking, are properties still selling? Are people still listing their home? And depending on your situation, you may need to or feel really compelled to. And what I want you to know is, if that's the case and you'd like to have a conversation, or you'd like how much you might net, or you want to just discuss virtual things, whether as a buyer or a seller, any of those scenarios, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. You can send me a private message. You can shoot me an email. You can call or text me. It's an unusual time in the real estate market and in the world, right? In general, but life goes on and there are still, transactions happening. So again, if you have any questions, if you'd like to have it, I got an email this morning. They've got a contract on a new construction property and they have a home to sell. And they were curious, what are we doing? What am I doing to get properties exposure, virtually speaking, and to help folks like them in their situation where they don't necessarily have to buy and sell the other home, but they'd like to, right? They really like the new property that they're moving into. Had another conversation this afternoon with a couple where they have a property under contract. They're looking at a piece of a home with some more land, but they're worried about getting their property sold. So if you're thinking about that or wondering about that, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. If you'd like more information about the market report that I walked you through and that data, maybe you'd like a list of all the recently price reduced properties, or you'd like more information about off-market properties. Whatever the case may be, reach out, let me know. I'd be happy to help you, provide you with more information, answer any questions you may have. I really appreciate all of you hanging out with me for a little bit here. We had a great crowd. See some awesome people: Nevin and Carrie, Jose, Kathy, Matt, Greg, and Jeff, and more, Rita, Jim, Dustin. So thanks for spending some time. I would encourage you all to continue to stay healthy and stay safe. I had to take my oldest son to get his allergy shot today, and we had our bandanas on. You might have seen that on our Facebook profile.